This is a poem dedicated to Harry Greaves, who recently passed away doing a lone walk in Peru on a mountain, living his truth. And I got a message that Harry wanted me to write this poem to send to his family for healing. He was a beautiful soul and a poet himself, so look out for his poems. Love you, Harry. Mountain Man. I seek you, the depth of you, to honour. So I lay on my back, I reel through floods of memories. Your laugh, deep, childlike from the back of the throat. I remember the tone of your voice, priest-like and well-timed, calming. I remember we used to walk through Box Hill, Hampstead in awe of trees, buds and leaf patterns, and pretend we knew their names. We shared a love for nature, for wood, for crafts. I remember feeling you are an old soul, a traditional spirit seeking out values against the modern world. A man tapping wood in precision, planting vegetables to harvest. You always seemed to find and make pockets of righteousness and goodwill. Solid you were, seeking what it is to be good. A man, and noble. I used to wind you up and say, don't worry about being a man, be free. You began to loosen ideas. When I close my eyes, I feel you make the world safe. You make me pause and look for longer at the grains of wood, the heights of trees, and the seconds of my breath. When I close my eyes, I feel your spirit next to mine and tell you it's time to go. I sing at you and shake. We all shook for you with ratu. But by the side of all those that grieve, you are. Grieve at the way it ended. I ask you, how can I help? You reply, help my family. How? Do what you would need, if you were them, if you lost a son to the mountain. If I were your mother, father, siblings, cousins, I'd want to be left to weep. I would eventually start unsticking my soft words from an old friend, affirming Harry lived fully, dissolving sadness of loss. Tell her how I love Native Americans, and when it's time to pass, they walk alone into the forests and mountains. Remind them to hear my poems, calling all men. Thrilling how close these words are now. Remind them it was my deepest desire to become a good man, to know my power and true heart, and the mountain called me. It holds me. Peru holds me. Tell them of the days I got caught focused too much on work before I moved back near them. Tell them how I was happy at home, how my deepest longing was to travel, to feel alive. Tell them I was living my truth, so there is no loss worth a scratch. Remind them of my latest face and beard and peace in my eyes. I did it. Thank her, them, for holding me so tight in her heart. Tell them I fell in love with the earth. I got to know her, live by her, that she birthed a being into this world and filled me with love. Tell them I have left ripples of their love around them, and that my heart is carved into mystery, into timelessness, in boundless love. Tell them to keep living, fully living with all the ache, to look out for one another. Tell them this life is infinite, and souls never die. Tell them I protect them, and will meet them again. But for now, I rest in the spirit as a mountain man.